So we're into the last crunch right now. It's 13 days prior to the election, and what we're doing here is working very hard to get the equipment ready to be deployed to poll sites. We're going to start that process on Saturday, but before we do that, all of this equipment has to be readied for Election Day. So Justin, one of the key things we're doing here is putting printers in the booths, but there's some other things that we're doing too, so maybe you can kind of describe that process.
Yeah, like Neil said, we're putting in printers, power supplies, checking that it powers up, checking that there's no error messages. Also, a very important part of this is that there's about 10 seals on each of these booths that they're tracking by scanning into that database. When you add it up, it's tens of thousands of seals that we have to track for Election Day.
Let's walk over and take a look at the other station. We have 3 stations going right now. This is the first one here. And if we walk over on this side here, you can get an idea of what's happening here. What they'll do is they will insert the printers in all the booths, line them up, and then they'll do a power up to make sure that each of the booths are working properly. The last step in that process is what Justin was describing, and that's scanning it into that database to make sure that they are in the correct caddies for the correct poll site. We have one other location over here. And Justin, maybe you can kind of describe, because there are some situations where we'll get to a spot and we have checked the booths, and there may be an issue where the screen doesn't come up fully. What do we do in that situation?
Correct. Well, if you have the situation of a dim screen, it simply requires a new battery. If you have a situation where the printer isn't working, we simply replace the printer. Every piece of equipment that goes out before Election Day has been checked that the printer and the e-slate are communicating.
So we're almost at 7,000 booths right now that have been completed. We have to get up to about 10,000. So check out future blogs where we will talk about and show you the actual distribution day, getting these booths on the trucks for Election Day. Thanks again.